councilmen and all of that good stuff. Because
it's Tony's specialty.
Nah, man, I be getting mad at people when they say they don't care about voting, and I really, really, really don't think people understand how impactful that is. I worked for HISD. I used to have to sit on them Thursday meetings sometimes and listen to the financial reports because I worked in the budget office. So sometimes I had to, sit in, and I would tell people like, hey, these board members is something that you need to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. And people are like, yeah, I don't want to vote. Whoa. If you stay in Houston and your kid in public school and they go to HISD, you need to be paying attention to that stuff. Like, that shit is important. And people just, I don't know. I don't. It's important. Can you just please explain to these people how important it is just to vote locally? I ain't even talking nationally. I'm talking locally.
Never talking nationally. I'm always talking locally.
Yeah. Okay.
First of all, I'm going to tell them they're going to start cutting up their EBT cards. Now I'm just playing. That get them out of vote. But nah.
I got a girl I call right now. I need to call her and let her know.
They coming for you.
Right now.
Ways that you can kind of explain. I think we don't be understanding. I give people a simple example. Anybody know what a TERS is? Our TERS is basically, they make up a TERS for your neighborhood. They use your business taxes and they use it to redevelop the neighborhood. And I give you an example, the TERS they just made up in Sunnyside. These people are not elected. These people are selected. The TERS in Fifth Ward, they've been serving over that TERS for 20 years.
That's why ain't shit happen.
One reason.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we talk about the TERS. Guess what? In Sunnyside, they have already authorized. I think they only got $2 million in the account, but they authorized to get $23 million. They talking about building "Welcome to Sunnyside" signs. They got a white lawyer, an Indian guy that's over all construction, and somebody that's in Pakistan building a website for Sunnyside. And guess what? All this stuff, the pastors sit on the board. All the pastors of the neighborhood sit on the board. And so everything that gets voted on have to be unanimous, which means everybody has to agree.
Yeah.
But we still agree to stuff like that. Everybody know Rodney Ellis came out with a study. We receive 0.5% of the contracts here in Houston, black people. Mm-hmm. Not minority, black people. 0.5%.
Damn.
And they don't even want to give, this TERS group don't even want to give businesses or black businesses in the area a chance to bid for the projects that they are putting out.
See, that's unfair. That's unfair.
Bullshit.
So, but guess what? Ain't nobody giving checks and balances to them because people in Sunnyside don't. For one, they have these meetings at 12 o'clock on a Friday.
At work.
By design.
Most of the normal person can't come.
Yeah, got to.
So that's already a roadblock in a sense. And I was at the school. Guess what? I told the class, I'll be back. I'm going to the library for an hour. You know what I'm saying? And look, you ain't paying me enough to sit in. I'm about to go look at something that's going to help us for the future. But again, these people are selected and voted on by the city council person that now is control over these people that control our budgets. And now what they're trying to create now is something called a management district, which now has the power to go in and do projects in your community using your tax dollars. Mm-hmm. Talking about all type of corridors and all type of stuff. But again, we don't understand the importance. So we just be like, man, city councilman, like what? My community meetings, these are people that want to be involved. And we have 50 people. Raise your hand if you know your city council member. Maybe 1 or 2 people maybe raise their hand, which is normal. So we just showing people the different roadblocks and different stuff that we can use to improve the community rather than, just the same old political rhetoric. Yeah. And then what we not doing, we not talking about what we want to do. We already doing it.
Yeah, execute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we just going to be more of what we already doing. And guess what? If we lose, we still going to be doing this.
Yeah.
So that don't change our actions. And I think that makes the difference between us and normal politicians in the area.
Man, that's crazy, man. Because it's some real live Rashard Tates around this mug, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Tate.
I already knew it. Nah, that's just niggas think movies is fake. That shit is real as fuck, nigga.
You talking to somebody that been sued by the NAACP here in Houston.
And I do remember that.
Damn.
Trust me. Crazy. It ain't work though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just let everybody know we had them served back at their headquarters, not only here in Houston, but in Baltimore. And we said, show your books. They got all type of kumbaya. So we know what the levels are and they can't attack us because I ain't never been suspended from school, let alone went to jail. So you ain't got nothing on me. So when we doing what we doing, you don't control my money, so you don't control my mouth.
Yeah.
So they don't like individuals like myself to be empowered.
Damn.
And nobody ever really took the route that we going here in Houston. Like, we waking up the community. We don't care about the power structure.
And
That's what we need. Go ahead.
Do you think that had more to do with your age and how enthusiastic you are, being that you are as young as you are?
I mean, it's about what the word that people don't like to talk about. It's about power.
Ah.
And you talking about a young guy that I brought a whole slate. I was president, brought a second vice, brought a secretary, brought a treasurer. I had more people in my committee than all the other committees combined. Mm-hmm. So you talking about somebody, they just didn't want to relinquish the power. The secretary of the NAACP get paid $150,000 a year to do nothing. She the only employee. The only employee.
Because it's a non-profit, right?
Yeah.
We just was at their meeting. They got one employee, and they budget right now, they got in the bank sitting $700,000.
And what they doing with it?
Look.
Chilling and grilling. See, that's what we need, bro. Because when I think about growing up, when politicians used to, Sheila Jackson Lee, Harold Dutton, them niggas used to come to the school, it used to just be a photo op in a limousine ride. Nigga. It was like just being in front of you right now and knowing like your credentials, you are very personable. We was lacking that. We was missing it. They was just coming to get a vote to say hi to us. They wasn't telling us. It was left up to our own judgment of, and the only thing that we had was watching TV. Who's getting elected on TV? Nobody but the damn president. Let them tell it, right? So that's all we think. So then growing up, I'm like, shit, I'm not voting for the president. My vote doesn't matter. But then you realize, oh wait, there's a whole nother like sector of this thing that really fucking matters.
Real talk.
But I think that we have been not eager to get involved in it because of people that have been in power in those very seats who haven't done anything.
But this is what I be telling people, man, if y'all actually like could just look into politics more than what you're just doing now, man, I know plenty of real dope people that can't get out the primaries, man. Like, I'm talking like dope people. Like, if I say, hey, if I stayed in your district, you know what I'm saying, I would want to see him because I follow the work he do. I know what he's doing. I would want to see him make it out the primaries at least. Give him a fighting chance. It's people across Houston that can't make it out the primaries. And I be telling people that, like, fam, if you don't, like, go vote often, then, of course, you'll always feel like, oh, well, they got this person representing us. Well, the person that could have beat him was lost in the primaries because you were no better to be found.
Right, but it doesn't have more to do with donations, money, exposure, things of that nature. Because let's be honest, man. Like these elections, there's not a lot of exposure, or not a lot of visibility. I would say when it comes to these certain elections.
I think that plays
locally.
Right.
That plays a part. That does play a part.
Nationally, they blast that shit nationally all the time. But I'm saying, like, nobody, you just don't realize how important that. Even when Tony would be saying this shit, I'm like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, you telling niggas to go vote locally, nigga. You fucking go vote. I ain't voting for Harold Dutton again. Fuck that nigga, man.
I built his website one year too. Yeah. So I was very, matter of fact, one of his campaign was probably one of the campaigns that really woke me up. Like, I was in that thing and I was spitting all the good ideas because only about 15% of people vote in Fifth Ward. So I'm like, man, I'm like, why they not taking my ideas? Oh, because they winning with these same little people that they winning. Why would you want to go wake up some demographic that's gonna ask you questions?
Yeah.